Hello, Aries. Welcome to your October reading with Tarot and Dafa. I've already done the Dafa, and your mantra for the month came in Ashe Otura. Saying what you want will bring new ideas. Your E-Ray, the positive part of the month, is Baba Owanran. Healthy choices will create new perspective. Anytime we get Baba, we have to look at health, medicine, because Baba can be medicine, it can be sickness, but it's in E-Ray, so the positive part of it, I believe it's going to bring you some medicine this month. And that's what the mantra came in as. And your Ayewo, the negative part, which I read to try to stay out of it because I want to stay in positivity as much as possible, came in Ika Irete, and it says, watch your temper. So if somebody irritates you this month, it's a good month to take a breath and not let it out at them. All right, or anybody else. Okay, so your biggest goal for the month of October is forgiveness. That's a really good one. I got that one for like 3 years straight on my main goal for the year. So forgiving yourself, forgiving others, knowing people are human, allowing you to be you and them to be them. And the cool thing is them being them may not be perfect, but it created you the way you are because you create yourself. And with our trials come medicine for others. So again, medicine comes in. All right. And your angel message is you created this situation and you have the power to change it. All right, let me read that. Thank you for letting me lean on your strength and for reminding me of my personal power. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. That makes sense. And I did a lot of healing when I realized that I believe I've called in all my stuff, good and bad. And yes, other people were a part of it, but I believed I became stronger in who I was through it. So I have medicine for others. So when I finally came down to saying, hey, I created this, forgiveness was easier to occur. A more healthy approach to it was much easier. And I actually felt a lot more powerful in that and in creating my future for myself so these things didn't recycle. Hope that helped. All right. For your tarot this month, what do we have for Aries? All right. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Death card. We have Eight of Pentacles. So far, all of these are right side up. We have the Ace of Pentacles inverted. We have the King of Pentacles inverted. We have the Seven of Swords inverted. We have the King of Swords inverted. We have the Two of Cups inverted. And we have the Page of Swords right side up. And let's see, we have, that would be the Knight of Wands inverted. And the Ace of Pentacles inverted. All right, so in your physical, it shows to me that there are things that are going to come in that might really irritate you, and you really do need to watch your temper because it's going to help you in the long run not burn bridges. And there are ways of releasing frustrations and whatnot that it's not worth your time to argue. It just isn't. It's not worth theirs. It's just usually creates grudges for a minute, an extra minute, instead of cycling through faster to get to positive moments. A lot of times if you're arguing, creates hurt feelings, and then it takes so much more time to get around. And plus, when something irritates you or irritates somebody else and it comes to an argument, there's so much energy involved that some clarity kind of goes out the window anyway. So if you take a moment to pause and think about what really actually did upset you or them, and coming back to it an hour later, 2 hours later, the next day. Most people don't like to sleep on it, especially if it's a personal relationship, but really, it's better to think about it and hash it out and figure it out before coming to an argument, because arguments really aren't usually a way of solving it. Debate can be somewhat of a way to solving it, but arguing tends to not solve anything. It makes it linger. So, and you have the Death card, which means there's some internal transformation. This is a great month for growth. You have forgiveness. You have the healing aspects of your mantra. So it's a really super good month for growth. With that comes, again, usually the chaos, so that really matches up here. Your emotional realm, it shows that you're really putting in effort, and that you're going to see that come to fruition on a later date, because this 8 of Pentacles, this is, it's not the retirement card, it can be, but it's putting the effort in to see the fruits bear later, which is a bigger fruit because you've let it have time to grow. So, but it is showing that, but it's not a now moment. So if you think you're trying to help somebody or you're trying to help yourself or whatever, and you're scattering these seeds, just know that it's going to take some time. You'll see the growth, but if you're expecting it now, that might not happen. Maybe in November. I mean, that's a little later date. So it usually doesn't take years. So it will come to fruition sooner than later. That's the good news. All right, and in the other corner, the hidden part is that you're releasing the things that are hard to carry. They're a bit sharp, but they're very important, so we carry them anyway, whether they're sharp or not. And we carry them carefully, but this is upside down. So to me, you're getting into a point of releasing some of that, which is great because it falls in line. Maybe you're gaining the medicine mentally as well as physically. And a lot of times when you have mental medicine, it actually follows suit in your body with physical. So that's great. Your mental, though, you have the Ace of Pentacles inverted. So I would say look at your opportunities. Saying what you want will bring you new ideas. Okay, new ideas can turn this right side up and bring you a really lucrative resource, new resources in your arena. So this is not saying you're not getting them, saying there's some resistance to it. The only thing I can think of in resistance to it is not saying what you want to bring in those new ideas to get them. Because I think if you say what you want, this is going to be the one that's going to give you the new ideas to turn it right side up, because it'll let you mentally chew on it. All right, with that, you have the King of Swords inverted. So that is, you're in resistance to cutting the new path, which is my biggest thought, because the Ace of Pentacles is upside down. It might be harder to let people help you on something you're not sure about. It might be harder for you to just totally grasp that, because it's more of a grasping something new. A new idea is more of a page energy. And so the king would be upside down, but it's also a warning that other people might be asking you to help them cut their paths. And you have to look at, as the king upside down, are you giving, and are you giving too much? So if you're giving and it's from your cup and you're good with it, you're great. But also look for the, am I going overboard? Do I need some of that energy for my own healing and my own growth? So, I mean, because it's great to be able to help others. Sometimes we have to focus internally, though. All right, and with that, we end up usually gaining more medicine for ourselves and others. Okay, your spiritual, you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So that is a very strong card in the spiritual realm. It's inverted. I'd like to see this actually turned upright, because again, it shows that you're giving spiritually, and that's a great thing if it's not overwhelming. So just keep in mind of that. But if you're turning it upright, then you're creating and you're calling in the resources on a spiritual level for yourself, which is also really good. Your Two of Cups inverted is also there. So on a really deep level of connecting, there might be things, with the chaos and whatnot, it might stifle you for moments at a time. So like I said, if you can watch your temper and avoid that chaos, maybe you can write the Two of Cups in the spiritual area so that you can really have that connection. It's also a time for you to be able to call that soulmate kind of connection in, but it shows there's resistance to it. So you'll have to try to think of from your own point of view, how am I resisting that energy if I want that in my life? Well, start by saying what you want. So if you're interested and you don't have that soulmate in your life, start by saying what you want. That is going to in turn help turn that soulmate card in the spiritual arena, because it's in the background so you're not seeing it. It can help turn that right side up and actually start bringing things that you really love into your life. Someone that you really love into your life. Okay. And for those of you who are already in a relationship, it might help that relationship connect more, because maybe both of you will be growing, because that's on a spiritual level. So it's kind of neat how people connect to that. All right. Anyway, Page of Swords. Here we go. Current situation. You are cutting a newer path, so it's you're learning it. Okay. So something's coming in that you're working on, and it hasn't evolved yet, which makes sense because you're working on it and it hasn't evolved yet. And your biggest obstacle is the Knight of Wands, and it's inverted. So when you get stymied, know that your energy is working with you, even if you don't feel it is right away, because the Knight charges forward and this is inverted. So resisting that charging forward, it's okay to take a moment to pause, but there are things that really can move forward in your life for you, and new things can be interesting, and they can be kind of scary sometimes. Even if it's really good for you, it can still kind of be scary sometimes. So try to watch the resistance on moving forward with things that are good for you. But your last card is the Ace of Cups. Now this I like seeing in the reading, whether it's right side up or inverted, because this is your beginning of really good desires. Okay, and the upside down, it means you're resisting some of that coming in, but there are some amazing things that you might be seeing very soon in your life that have to do with your desires, the desires of your heart. So again, please call those in to get the new ideas, and then even if they seem a little odd, try not to be in too much resistance, as long as it seems like it's healthy, what's going through your intuition, if it seems healthy. Just have fun with it. All right. I think that's everything for the month of October. I hope you have a wonderful month. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in November.